So the first terminal that we're going to complete is going to be right of the starting area. To get to it, we're first going to need to shoot out this gunk that's preventing this waterfall from forming. Then we're going to use the water orb to get to the waterfall and swim up to the first terminal. Then we're going to continue pretty much straight across. Now all we have to do is wait for a water orb to spawn and then float down towards us. Once it's done that, we're going to use rewind and then hop inside of it and ride it up to the first terminal. Once that's done, we're going to continue over to the right to this water turbine looking thing. And then we're going to use Ultra Hand to attach both pieces so that it will make the turbine move in the waterfall. Once that's done, electricity is going to start flowing from the turbine, and then to complete the circuit, all we need to do is grab a water orb and put it in between. Now, Sidon is basically going to have some dialogue hinting at the fact that you can use his ability to turn the turbine, and that's exactly what we're going to need to do. For the second terminal, we're going to continue to the right instead of going straight like we did for the first terminal. After using Ascend, there's going to be a ton of enemies on this island, so you're going to want to kill them all. Then we're going to hop up on these gravity stones, and we're going to use them to get bullet time so that we can shoot the gunk out of this rotating device. Once we've done that, we're going to want to enter bullet time for a second time as we want to shoot the crystal. Now the water is going to lower, and it's going to allow us access to the second terminal. And just like before, we're just going to use Sidon's ability to activate the terminal, and that's the second one done. For the third terminal, we're going to go off the left side of the main area, and we're going to see these broken steps. We're just going to want to go in between them all the way up to the little island. Once again, there's going to be a ton of enemies you're going to need to kill, but I'm going to cut that out as it's super boring. What we're going to need to do on this little island is simply just shoot the gunk off of this water orb emitter. Now that's going to allow it to do its job and emit orbs. And then we're going to want to come over here and grab this Zonai ball that's usually in the pond to the right. Now we're going to put it in one of these orbs so that it will take it up to the next level, and then we're going to catch the ride on the next orb. Once the orb drops, all we're going to need to do is use Ultra Hand and then force it into the receptacle. And that's now going to open the gate, but there's still going to be water that's blocking you entrance, and it's going to still lift up the ball. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to open this gate and let all the water out. After we've held up the gate for the full duration that the water drains, we're going to use recall on it, and then we're going to run over and use Sidon's ability as fast as possible. As you can see here, I made the mistake of not grabbing Sidon's ability before I jumped over. But I managed to get it in the nick of time. And now there's only one more terminal remaining. For the fourth terminal, we're just going to jump off of the left front side instead of the left back side. We're going to be greeted by this wall of flames, and all we need to do is use Sidon's ability to get past it. Now all we have to do is pretty straightforward. We have to jump down and go grab that Zonai ball, and then use the floating devices to help us get it back up to the original position that we were at. Once we have the zone eyeball, we're just going to stick it to the front of a floating stone to hold it in place in the receptacle. But before we do that, we need to jump on this pressure plate, and it's going to deactivate the flames, allowing Sidon to come through. Now all we need to do is use his ability, and the final terminal will be unlocked. Thank you for watching, and if you found this guide helpful, then please consider subscribing.